Okay, you're gonna approach the bus. You're checking to make sure that the bus isn't leaning to either side, which could indicate a broken leaf spring or a flat tire. You're gonna check under the bus. Make sure there's no leaks, no wires hanging, nothing out of the ordinary. Now we're gonna open the hood. And always make sure you pull from the middle. You don't want to pull on the mirrors or anything. We're going to check, make sure our oil clap is secure in place. Our transmission fluid, you're going to twist to the left, pull it out, point it towards the ground so the fluid don't run up the stick, and our transmission fluid's at an adequate level. And then just twist to the right to tighten. Our brake fluid is at an adequate level. Caps are secure. Our oil. You're going to take this one and wipe. And then insert it back in again. Pull it out, point towards the ground, and our oil's at an adequate level. Our hoses, no cracks or damage. Clamps are secure, no damage. Power steering fluid, cap is secure. It's at an adequate level. Our steering column, you're just going to give it a little wiggle. You want to make sure that it has minimal play. Our motor mount, no cracks, no damage. Our shock, because it has fluid in it, you want to make sure there's no leaks, no cracks or damage. Our leaf springs, no cracks or damage. Our U-bolt looks like two big staples. You want to make sure there's no cracks or damage. And the pin in the middle is in place. There's 3 cotter pins on the driver's side. There's one here, one right here, and then the third one is tucked right in behind the tire. So our cotter pins are all in place. Our brake lines, no leaks, no damage. You're checking the inside of the tire for bulging or cracks. And our wiring, there's no fraying, no damage. And also under here you have wires and there's no fraying or damage. Then we'll go over to the passenger side. We have our coolant. The cap is secure. It's at an adequate level. Air intake filter. You want to make sure there's no debris, no damage. Hoses, no cracks or damage. Clamps are all secure with no damage. Our fan belt moves freely. And then our belt is tight, has no cracks or damage. Our windshield wash is at 3/4 full. Motor mount, no cracks or damage. The leaf springs, no cracks or damage. The U-bolt, that looks like the 2 big staples, no cracks or damage, and the pin is in place. On this side, there's only 1 cotter pin, and it's tucked right in behind the tire, so our cotter pin is in place. The brake lines, no cracks, no damage, no leaks. Inside of the tire has no bulging or damage. Our shock has no leaks, no damage. And our wiring, no fraying, no damage. Then you can go ahead and close the hood. So once you enter the bus, we're going to pull the latch over so we're able to close the door. You're going to sit in the driver's seat. You're going to place your foot on the brake, Listen for that growling noise to make sure your braking gauges. And you also want to make sure your gauges move freely. You'll then insert your key. You're just going to turn it to first position. You want to wait for the wait to start button on the dash to go off before you fully start the bus. So our wait to start has gone off. Start the bus. Then you can close your door. We're going to check our headlights. Headlights are working in the front. High beams are working in the front. Our left signal working in the front, down through the side. And now we have to go to the back to check our lights. And because we can't put our foot on the brake to check the brake lights, we're going to take our baton. We're going to pull our seat right to the front and place the stick between the seat and the brake pedal. And also we're just going to turn on our master switch and activate our amber lights. So our amber lights are working in the front. Then we're going to go to the back to check our lights, but on the way down we're going to check the bottoms of our seats to make sure that they're latched properly. Then we're going to open the back door and look outside to see if our lights are working. So our amber lights are working, our brake lights are working, reverse lights, and our left signal light. Then on the way back, we're going to check the backs of our seats. Open our emergency exits. It opens freely and the alarm sounds. This one opens freely, alarm sounds. Our roof hatch opens freely, alarm sounds. Emergency exit opens freely, alarm sounds. Emergency exit opens freely, alarm sounds. Seats are secure. Then we'll turn on our right signal light. Right signal is working in the front, down through the side, and we'll just go to the back to double check to make sure it's working in the back. And our right signal is working in the back. You make your way back to the front. We're going to turn off our right signal light, turn on our hazards, turn on our strobe light, take our gloves, and we're going to exit the bus. So once you exit the bus, we're going to check to make sure our porch light is working, our clearance light is working, our windows are clean and clear, no cracks or damage. The seal is good on the door. These windows are clean and clear, no cracks or damage. Our CVIP sticker is in place and it's valid. Our DEF cap is secure. And our side step is up. Our mirror is secure. It's clean and clear, no cracks or damage. Hazard light is working. Fender is secure. Tap your tire. We're listening for a deep, hollow sound. Tap your mud flap. Our mud flap is secure. Thread is sufficient on the tires. There's no cracks or bulging to the tire. The rim has no cracks or damage. All of our lug nuts are secure. Our hub has no leaks, no damage. And our valve stem cap is secure. Our crossover mirror is secure. No cracks, damage, and it's clean and clear, the mirror. Our cross arm is secure. Start from the top of the bus, our antenna's in place. Our ID lights are working. Our red 8-ways are working. The school bus sign is clean and clear. The window has no cracks or damage. Wipers are in place. The hood is secure. The bumper is secure. Our hazard lights are working. And since the bus has been started, we're going to check underneath for any leaks again. And there's no leaks coming from the bus. Our crossover mirror on this side is secure. No cracks, damage to the mirror. Hazard light is working. Our fender is secure. Mud flap is secure. Our tire has a deep hollow sound. There's significant tread on the tire. No cracks, no bulging in the tire. Our rim has no cracks or damage. Valve stem cap is secure. All of our lug nuts are secure. The hub has no leaks and no damage. Our driver's side mirror is secure. No cracks or damage. Driver's side window, no cracks or damage. Windows are clean and clear. Our clearance light is working. Antenna's in place. The unit number is visible. Side step is up. We're going to open our battery compartment. You're going to open it up. You want to make sure the battery is secure and there's no corrosion. Our stop sign is secure and you want to make sure the lights are working on both sides. We're going to step back. Our emergency exits are clearly marked. Clearance lights are working. All the windows are clean and clear, no cracks or damage. Sparksman logo is visible. Our reflective tape is in place. Our hazards are working. And it don't appear to be any body damage to the bus. We're going to look under the bus. The long pipe that runs the entire length of the bus on this side, your drive shaft, no cracks or damage. Our frame has no cracks or damage. The U-hangers, no cracks or damage. The bars that run the entire length of the bus are cross members, no cracks or damage. The big ball between the rear tires is your rear differential. There's no leaks, no damage. The rear and front axle, which is the bar that runs between the front tires and the back tires, there's no cracks, no damage. And our opposite tire on the inside, there's no bulging and no damage. Our back tires, there's 2 tires, they're dual tires. So you want to make sure that you hit both tire, make sure there's a deep hollow sound. Our thread is sufficient. There's no bulging or cracks. Our rim, there's no damage. All of our lug nuts are secure. Our valve stem cap is secure, and you're going to check the one for the inside tire, and they're usually opposite of one another. That one's secure. You're going to take your baton, run it between your tires, checking for any obstruction between it. Mud flap is secure. And we're just going to look at our leaf springs on each side of the tire. and it don't appear to be any damage. From the top, work your way to the bottom. So our ID lights are working. Red 8-ways are working. School bus sign is clean and clear. Emergency exit clearly marked. Hazard lights are working. ID lights are both working. License plate is secure. Unit number is visible. Bumper is secure. Exhaust is secure. We're gonna look under at our fuel tank, make sure there's no leaks, no damage. Then you're gonna open up your emergency exit. Open the door all the way till it latches. So our door latches properly. There's no obstructions around the heaters, and the seal is good on the door. Come around to this side. We're going to walk back to check to make sure our strobe light is working, which is the white blinking light on the bus. We can tell it's working. We're inside. We can see it blinking on the ceiling. If you're outside, you'll probably have to walk back from the bus in order to see it. And then the same as the other side, we'll start at the top. Clearance lights are working. Emergency exits are clearly marked. Our windows are clean and clear, no cracks or damage. Sparksman logo is visible. Reflective tape is in place. Our unit number is visible, and it don't appear to be any body damage to the bus. We're going to check our fuel cap to make sure it's tight. Our other rear tire, we're going to hit both tires. They both have the deep hollow sound. Thread is sufficient on both tires. No cracks, no bulging. Our rim has no damage. All of our lug nuts are secure. Hub has no cracks, no leaks, no damage. The valve stem cap is secure. The other one is secure. Run your baton between the tires. No obstructions. Mud flap is secure. And our leaf springs don't appear to have any damage. Then on this side, under the bus, the long pipe that runs the entire length of the bus is your exhaust. You want to check, make sure there's no leaks, no damage. Our frame is good, no cracks or damage. Our rear opposite tire has no bulging or cracks. And our cross members, no cracks, no damage. Then, did you stop? We're going to open our door to re-enter the bus. We want to make sure our steps have no obstructions. They're clean and clear. Our railing is secure and our step light is working. You're going to want to pull your latch over again so we can close it. Our emergency triangles are under the front seat. We're going to check our emergency equipment up here. First aid kit, secure. Bodily fluid kit is there. Fire extinguisher is secure. Pin is in and it's in the green. Our rear view mirror is secure. Our defrost fan is secure. Both visors are secure. And our other defrost fan is secure. You're going to sit down. Get yourself comfy in your seat. Close the door with the button. We're going to make sure that our window opens and closes freely. Our seat belt has no fraying, no damage. and it latches properly. Now we're going to check our panel. We can turn off our master switch. We're going to turn on our front dome. Front dome is working. Our mirror heat is working. Defrost fan is working. The other defrost fan is working. Our step heater is working. Our back heater is working. Front heater is working. Our driver's dome is working. Our rear dome is working. The heater pump is working. Here's our noise suppression button. We'll just turn on a few heaters. Hit the noise suppression. We know that it's working. Our heated thread is working. And we can turn off our strobe light. Next, we're going to come to this section here. We're going to check to make sure our steering has lots of play. Our horn works. Our windshield wash and wipers both work. We're going to look at our gauges. So our oil gauge is at an adequate level. Water gauge is at an adequate level. Transmission is at an adequate level. Our RPMs are between 5 and 10. Our speedometer is at 0. Our DEF is above 2 bars. Excuse me. Our fuel is above half a tank. And our voltmeter is 13.8. Then you'll go to this section. You're going to turn on your front heater. It's working. Our radio is working. Once you're finished that, we're going to do a brake test. So first off, we want to be able to check our park brake. So we'll put our foot on the brake. You're going to put your bus in drive, and you're going to bring your RPMs up to about 1200. So we know our park brake is working. Then we're going to check our actual brakes. Put your foot back on the brake, release the park brake, let the bus roll forward a little bit, and then hit your brakes. Our brakes are working. We're going to secure our bus again. Then we're just going to check our paperwork. So we can see that we have valid insurance. Our safety fitness certificate expires September 30th, 2027. Our CVIP, the number matches our sticker outside, and it's valid. And our registration for school buses is continuous. Then after that, we would take our pre-trip and fill out a pre-trip.